Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Mr. Beast is a scam artist, bro. Y'all not gonna believe this, man. Listen, this ain't about the PDF files and the ones who, you know what I'm saying, the A minors that on his. I know y'all heard that. Mr. Beast had A minors, PDF files, and all that stuff on the squad, right? We ain't talking about that. Check this brother out right here, bro. He did a job for Mr. Beast. He's an editor. I'm just trying to preface it, you know what I'm saying, so we could move through the video. But this video is mad interesting. Mr. Beast done stole this dude's idea, bro. Stole his idea and then just discarded the guy. Bro, Mr. Beast is a scam artist. He's the colonizer, bro. And when people be saying, yeah, such and such is a billionaire. Listen, it don't even be all that serious, bro. It don't even be all that serious. They don't actually have the $1 billion in their bank account like, oh, I have a billion, couple billion. It don't be like that. That's just, those are just assets, bro. Assets. They not walking around with just $1 billion. Nah, it don't work like that. But look how he scammed this dude, bro. Look how he used this dude for all his knowledge. And this brother is knowledgeable. He's an editor. He edited for some real known names, you know what I'm saying, in the YouTube world. But we just gonna get into it. Y'all know I don't like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Everything I'm about to say is 100% true, and if at any point I say anything that may be controversial, suspect, or too good to be true, and I don't have the evidence to back it up, then call me a liar, but I guarantee you that won't happen. Ever since I was a young kid, I always wanted to be famous, and it wasn't until in 2018 of November that I knew that I wanted to be a YouTuber. Sadly, it took me 4 years to realize that I actually suck. I'm really bad. I'm super cringe, and don't worry, because I am aware of this. But I know one thing, and that one thing is I'm good at editing, and I'm great at creating ideas for others. I was meant to be off camera rather than on, and I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is being taken advantage of. I was lied to, manipulated, and thrown away like a piece of garbage. Honestly though, sometimes I kind of think that this was pretty genius. Like, how could a person so high in status be challenged by a person like me? It's like me going to Elon Musk and saying, well, he did this and he did that, and no one would ever believe me because I'm literally just a nobody. So I have Chris Tyson to thank.
Let me correct him. You are somebody, brother. You are somebody. Let's get it.
For allowing me to have this platform to tell my truth. February 2nd, 2024, I went snowboarding like I normally do, and I got an email in which I thought was a scam. I mean, for real, look at this. Even you would think the same thing if you got a random email.
So he's an editor. He always get emails from people, but Mr. Beast had emailed him and asked him did he want to join the team and all that. But we gonna go ahead and get up to it. This the brother right here, y'all. So this is all his evidence. I seen it. He got all his receipts. If you want to go to the video, it's Ty O'Ray. I will put a link in the description, by the way. But these are all his receipts, right? These are all his receipts. But I'm telling you, listen, I'm gonna get to I'm gonna get y'all right. These all the receipts right here. All the receipts. This him explaining.
So like I said, if I don't show proof, don't assume that I'm telling the truth. If I don't show proof for everything that I'm saying, assume that I'm literally lying about everything that I'm saying, okay? So in that email, it did say, I realized that the footage was kind of cloudy when it comes to OBS and recording the screen, so I will put screenshots of those messages up there. But in the email, it did say that I had those two prompts, and the two prompts was something about spending $1 billion in a day in 24 hours, and the other one was the world's most dangerous trap rooms.
So he had a choice. They need him to create some things, some editing, you know what I'm saying, his ideas on, and they told him to pick which video he was going to do, which was one was the elevator escape room. That's the one he picked. Now, let's move forward. Okay. So now they fly him out to Mr. Beast's headquarters. He in a hotel room.
It's all right. We're working on the video. We're doing the in 10 minutes, like actual 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, this video explodes. And I mean, this building explodes. I worked on that for a little bit. Wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really my jam. We went out. I will post.
So this him recording in Mr. Beast's warehouse and all of that stuff. But we gonna let it ride out from here. Let's get it.
put a little video up here of me working on like a little laser challenge for that. It wasn't really my jam, wasn't really that good at all either anyway, if I'm being honest. So I went to the next one. And by the way, I'm sorry, I'm skipping all over the place. This was actually the second day of me being there, because the first day I spent my entire day in my hotel, which was boring, but for whatever reasons, I couldn't go in the first day, so I spent the first day in my hotel. The second day is when I would start, going to these workshops. On the third day, I was told to go to a different studio. We'll say Studio 2, and I'm working on a video, and the video is, what was the video's name? It was another one that had nothing to do with anything. Anyways, I go through the whole day, or well, I say a good portion of the day, about 5 hours. So around like 2:00 p.m. there's a guy named Hoodie. It was also in one of the emails earlier, and he's like, and when it comes to chain of command, I think he's third in chain of command total. So you have Mr. Beast, you have Tyler, you have Jackson the head writer, and then you have Hoodie. And Hoodie was in charge of all these things. I actually had my vibe check call with Hoodie. I had my second call with Hoodie. I was in contact with Hoodie and Leslie, the coordinator, if you remember that. And everything was going through Hoodie. The guy's a great guy. He's a great guy. He took care of me. He really like gave me positions at the time.
So a vibe check is bringing a person out to meet him, to catch his vibe, to see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? See how he is, see if he can work with people and all of that, right? So they bring him out of there. All right, let's get it from here.
I don't know where the third one's at. There was only a C3 and then a C2. I mean a C1. The C1's name was C1,
C2, C3, that's the ranking. C1 is the head of the project. C2 is the second head. C3 is the person that's, writing down all the information, the ideas, and all of that stuff.
The C3, I talked to him for like 30 seconds. I'm going to have to tell you everything. We're working on the video, World's Most Dangerous Obstacle Course, and I want to show some videos and proof of what I did. From here on out, I'm going to start speaking more theoretically so I don't get sued. So there may or may not have walls in the Mr. Beast studio where they're all dry erase marker, where you can just write anything. So if you have an idea, you're like, oh crap, I don't want to forget it, right on the wall. This is a picture of my pitch that I wrote. So you see right here, you get really close. Bloodthirst. Let's see. Elevator. Let's even get close. Glass child.
Look at his ideas. He got it sketched out. He got it drawn out. Check this dude out. He's actually amazing. Check, and I've seen some of his editing work. I edit videos myself, but I don't do no editing now. That shit be taking too long, and I gotta get y'all these videos. But this dude is actually amazing. Check it out.
Challenge right here. PT hallway. Sound familiar? It's my prompt. So this is what I pitched to Hoodie. This is what I pitched to Hoodie. And I didn't put my variations in there. I just put the ones that I wanted. And I verbally said my variations just in case they didn't like my original ones. This is the world's most dangerous obstacle course.
Look at that drawing. Look at all these ideas. And look at this drawing right here. It's like a Ninja Warrior course. He had drew it and thought of it. It's a whole idea he came up with. He did this. Watch this. And you see how, I want to touch on something. You see how earlier he was like, I'm a nobody. That's how they get us. That's how they trick us. Stop walking around thinking you're nobody. Stop walking around thinking you're a nobody. Where you get your ideas, you get everything. We are the salt of this earth. You get your creativeness from the source. Stop saying you're nobody. These people know who you are. We gotta stop doing that. And that's how they take advantage of us.
C1 has been working on this with me and the other guy, I don't know his name, and we're working on, like, as you can see, the intro, the hook, the money mechanic. Right here, we're looking at, this is the most important part, it's just rooms. When I saw rooms, when we were brainstorming rooms, I'm like, dang, okay, rooms. I just did a prompt on the world's dangerous trap rooms. This is perfect. I can do this. It doesn't exactly follow the obstacle course, so I can kind of use my room idea with this. I mean, if you look at all these ideas, whatever, it doesn't matter. The one thing that I'm looking at the most is all the way at the bottom. It looks like it says Marlo, but it says Mario. Mario is my was my idea. I'm inspired by Mario because my kids love the Mario movie. They loved it so much they named my dog Mario. Hold on. Mario, Mario.
I
Mario,
seen
here.
it. He ain't got nothing but receipts, bro.
This is
Nothing but
Mario,
receipts.
my dog. Living proof that my kids named my dog Mario because they love the Mario. They love the movie Mario so much. So I was inspired by that, and I think I put that in my prompt as well. If anyone's ever seen Mario, they have the floating blocks, and I wanted to see how I can make an obstacle course with those floating blocks. I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I realized it's just impossible to make floating blocks in the air. I don't know how you would do it. Logistically, it's just not going to work, and physically, I don't think it would work either. So I came up with the idea with the trellis net, or I came out with the deal with the truss. Taking a look at this picture right here. So this was my idea here. I wanted to make an obstacle course in the air, but like somehow incorporate it with the Mario idea. Somehow just, I don't know, somehow do that. This is a picture that I drew for this pitch for this idea. And I realized that, you know what, I couldn't do the floating blocks, so I wanted to make sure I can do it another way. So I had an idea of a truss with 4 cranes holding it up, and I wanted to be able to go across it. That was just the first section of it. Because if you look a little bit more to the right of this picture, there's like a helicopter and a guy hanging from a ladder, and there's platforms down here, 1, 2, and 3. There's platforms right there. That was just the first section of it. I wanted the intro of the video to be something so outlandish, so crazy that a viewer had to keep watching. I did still the no net at the bottom. I call it a net, or no, not no net, a net down there. That's why it says a net down there, because it's just a joke that we thought was funny. But I did steal that from one of the other Mac videos. I just figured, why not? It makes it such much of a better video. So I pitched this idea, and they absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. The only person who didn't like it was C1, because it.
The C1 is the head. Remember, C1, C2, C3, that's the ranking. C1 is in charge of the whole thing. Everybody liked his idea except for the C1 because it wasn't his idea.
Wasn't her idea. So when it came down to our meeting later that day, so we were there for hours and hours and hours, and like I said, there's a hierarchy. There's Mr. Beast, Tyler, Jackson, the head writer, and Hoodie. Well, Jackson comes down there and we're having a meeting at 9 o'clock at night. The meeting goes all the way to midnight, and then they say at the very end, we're gonna need all hands on deck on this. We're gonna need the help. We're gonna need the creativity. We need everyone to pull their weight. Does anyone have anything that's gonna help us, with this? And I told them my idea. I brought up every single thing, not only just this idea, but the rest of the video. They loved it. The budget was originally $1.7 million. That intro alone cost $1.7 million. Just the intro alone. And the reason why I didn't want to bring it up immediately was only because if the budget was $1.7 million and I'm here to prove myself, I can't start with going by over budget. Say, well, it would work, because who they're going to trust? You're going to trust someone who works there for months or weeks, years, or you're going to trust some guy like me that just flew here a couple days ago. So it was a little risky, but they loved it. We stayed to midnight. They freaking loved it. I got a pat in the back. Jackson was excited. Hoodie was excited. The only person who wasn't excited was a C1 that I kind of stepped over, because like they say in the company, it don't matter if you're C1, C2, C3. C3 can be a C2. C2 can be a C1. C1 can be a C3 by tomorrow. All right, so at this point, I've pitched my idea. They love it. They've set a date. They set a location. And now they have a new renewed budget for this video.
How many of y'all deal with that? Y'all write in the comment section. You outworking somebody and they feel threatened by you. They don't want to talk to you. They gonna gossip behind your back in the workplace, right? Because you outworking them. Just because you outworking them, you mind your business. You ain't talking to nobody. You ain't gossiping with nobody. But this person is in charge, and they see that the GM is looking at you, ready to raise you up, and that person mad. That person mad. That manager is mad. Because they see you about to take their job.
And everything's great. I'm so happy. I text all my friends. I call everyone. I'm like, yeah, dude. And also, so after all that, I'm feeling great. I got a verbal confirmation that I was good to go. Everything was perfect. I can talk about everything was literally perfect until I got home. And that's when everything started to happen. Unfortunately, we have decided not to move forward with your candidacy at this time. We really appreciate you coming out and vibing with us. We would consider you for a role like this in the future, but timing isn't quite right. And the rest are about receipts. So at first, I was like, you know what? Maybe that's true. But then I started to think about it a little bit more. And I didn't want to let it bother me. So I said, hey, Dylan, that's a bummer to hear, but I appreciate the opportunity. Maybe another time, like you said. Candidly, may I ask if I presented myself poorly or rubbed the crew wrongly in any way? Talking about here because I know I did. Also, I sent my receipts. And this is talking about my dog because I had spent like $400 for my dog to be boarded. Sent all that information. He said, "Hello, Ty. You did not rub anyone the wrong way or present yourself poorly. We're going through some reorganization with the team and are limited on roles we have open for teams. I appreciate you sending a receipt. Blah blah blah. Whatever." This is where I started to like say, but I didn't say anything. I didn't say.
He feeling all bad. He went on Facebook and say, "Hey everybody, I got a message from Mr. Beast," and you know what I'm saying? He was excited about going out there. Now they just disregarded they just discarded him. You know what I'm saying? Check it out.
Anything at all. Not a single word until I saw this on Twitter. Just uploaded the most insane video we've ever done. Go watch. Take a look.
Look at that. Look at that. They discarded him, sent him back. Mr. Beast tweeted, headed to. Hold on.
Look at this picture. Take a good.
Just uploaded the most insane video we've ever done. Go watch. Look. That's his idea. That's what he had. That's what he had going on. They said, "No, we're not gonna move forward with you. It's okay. It's okay." They ain't even compensate him for it. They said, "Yeah, just write down, the little hotel room." He could have paid for that hotel and stuff on his own. Check it out.
Hard look at this picture. Does that remind you of anything you've seen so far? Does it remind you of anything you've seen remotely close to it? Or does it look like the exact same thing that I drew? The exact same thing that I picked? Everything. Do you want to know how much I got paid for that? Zero. I didn't get paid a single dime. This man, this company, his employees not only took the time to exploit me, to have me.
Bruh, is Mr. Beast a billionaire or he a real colonizer, bruh? Ain't pay him nothing. Ain't give him a dime, bruh.
Work for them under the false pretenses of a job that wasn't, that they weren't available or able to give at the time. Yet they had many people go in and out. On my second day, there was like a different group that I saw the day before, and then they were on their last day, and then on my last day there was a group of people that was their first day. You're trying to tell me you didn't have any positions? You didn't have any positions at all. Yet you had all those people, and not only did you do that, you used my idea. A lot of people would say, you know what? Legally, he had the right to do that. I don't know in what legal standpoint he could. I could be wrong, but let's think about this though. We're talking about a billionaire. We're talking about the world's biggest YouTuber. How is that so hard to just compensate for someone for them work? How hard is it to compensate someone for their ideas that made you millions and made me zero? I don't care if it was legally done or not. Like, think about it. We all have hearts here. We're all watching YouTube videos for the same exact reason. How messed up is that? You're a billionaire, dude. It's not like it's some guy on the street, or you're some guy on the street. You're a billionaire, man. Pay people for their ideas. Don't just fly them out there, take their ideas and send them home. You're giving these people false hope. You're taking their dreams from them. You're taking everything that's about them, their creativeness, their fucking imagination. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting worked up right now. You can't do that to people. You can't do that to people. And on top of that, with everything going in the media, it just kind of shows his true colors. It shows the true nature, your character of who you are. This ain't it, man. This seriously is not it. This is just part one because I believe part two will shock you. And I don't want to get to the point where I have to do part two and I really have to expose a lot of things that might get me sued. So I'm working on something right now. I know this may sound really crazy because, I'm asking for money. And that's basically what I'm doing with Mr. Beast. I want him to pay me. He owes me this money. He owes me this. He can't, you can't just keep doing this to people. You can't do this. So I'm asking you guys, if you believe everything that I've said, there's without a doubt in your mind, you're like, you know what? I like the proof. I like what I saw. I want to help this guy out. Please help me out. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. We work too hard to be stomped on by these guys, to be trampled by these people in power. And who's the one that benefits from it? Think about it. Who's benefiting from this? Me or Mr. Beast? It ain't me. So please support your boy. And let's just hope I don't have to do it.
Y'all snapshot that. I'm going to go check out the GoFundMe. Man, yo. Bruh, there you go. And it, bruh, this surface just getting scratched. Because there's a whole lot of other videos with Mr. Beast and his ex-employees and all that. I just got this one because this stuff I could relate to. I could relate to stuff like this. I could relate to this. Oh, now we ain't gonna use you. Oh, yeah, you use me, but you ain't gonna use me. You ain't gonna keep me around. bruh, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, bro. Mr. Beast, man, everybody walking around like he this golden child. It's 2024. Everybody getting exposed, bro. Let's get it, man. Big Kish signing out. Gone, man.